Alright, so what is up guys? In today's video, I really want to break down what made the Caps so successful. So without further ado, let's jump right in. And I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day because I'm feeling great, feeling excited for the draft that's coming up. By the way, tomorrow you will have my top 15 mock draft, so just stay tuned for that. But today, let's just take a step back and analyze what made the Caps so successful. The first thing I want to break down is their center depth because I feel like that's one of the biggest, most important key factor you absolutely need to have to make a deep run. We've seen it in the past with teams like Pittsburgh, having like Crosby and Malkin and Bonino. That was very successful. And this year, we've seen it with Kuznetsov, Backstrom, and Eller. He really played some amazing hockey, and I was the first to be surprised, but not that much, because I've seen Eller do great stuff in Montreal in the past. Even the playoff, he was one of our most efficient playoff guys when he played in Montreal, even if it was only for a round or two. He was really great, and I really like Lars Eller. But this year, just really pulled out a rabbit of his hat and played some amazing hockey. And I just want to say that, in my mind, he's one of the biggest unexpected reason that made the Caps so successful. Of course, nothing of this happens without some really subpar, elite goaltending from Brandon Holtby. Even though it didn't start the first two games against Columbus, I feel like that was just the message he needed to really step up his game and had the amazing playoffs he had as well. And nothing happens without John Carlson on the blue line. Played some amazing hockey, and this year was really not, I would say, a breakout season because we've known in the past that he was able to put up numbers and everything, but this year he just managed to take this blue line on his shoulder and post some amazing numbers. He had 88 points total in this year, including like over a bit of 100 games, but that was really impressive. And of course, I want to talk about Kuznetsov because yes, we always expect great things from Kuznetsov. He's an elite centerman. But in this year playoff, in my mind, he was the Conn Smythe winner. Don't get me wrong, Ovi's a great goal scorer, and he played some amazing hockey in both ends of the ice. That's a really key aspect I want to focus on a bit later as well. But Kuznetsov played some magic hockey. He was the guy creating that offense. He was the guy making things happen when nothing was going on for them. He was the guy creating that 2-on-1, creating that play, making that thing happen. He was that spark in the offensive that I really like. And we know it could be that guy, but he really stepped it up a notch as well, and that was impressive to see. Ovechkin played great hockey, don't get me wrong, but I still think Kuznetsov should have won the Conn Smythe. But at the end of the day, do we really care about who gets the Conn Smythe? I think the Caps are just all happy to get that Stanley Cup and just partying. Like they're partying with the Stanley Cup, they're not partying with the Conn Smythe, so I feel like it doesn't really matter at the end. I made a video last year about why the Caps were not successful in the playoff, and the first thing I said was Ovechkin not caring enough. Not about he always wanted to win the cup, but this year I just feel like he improved his two-way games like we've never seen Ovechkin play before. He had some bad years, he had some good years, but this year I've never seen Ovechkin block so many shots, being the first one back in his zone to make a play happen, pull out that hit. We know Ovechkin can hit, we know Ovechkin can block shot, we know Ovechkin can, of course, shoot a puck in the net, that's for sure, but we've never seen Ovechkin play that much of a defensive game, and that was really amazing to watch and just witness Ovechkin playing this two-way game and just being a dominant force everywhere he was on the ice. So of course, I'm not disappointed that they had the Conn Smythe. Of course, it's well-deserved as well, but Kuznetsov was really the guy that I enjoyed watching most in this 2018 playoffs. So overall, just to recap, 3 center depth, which is key nowadays if you want to make a deep playoff run. Eller, the biggest X factor in the whole playoff. Tom Wilson played great as well. Smith-Pilly making some huge goal, 3 in a row in a playoff that was impressive as well. But Lars Eller was really the key part. Carlson being the dominant part of that blue line and just being the elite quarterback he can be. And of course, Brandon will be getting that message in the first round and just pulling it off right after that. Those are the 3 major reasons. Of course, Kuznetsov, Ovechkin, Backstrom all played amazing hockey. Oshie as well played great. But I feel like those 3 reasons are why the Caps made it far this year and won it all, and they didn't in previous years. I think those were the big difference. So that was it today. Just a small video explaining my train of thoughts of why the Caps won this year. And of course, congrats again to Ovechkin and all the Capitals. Seeing them party, seeing them on Jimmy Fallon last night, it was just, that's just amazing to witness it. They're partying really hard, but they play really hard and it's well deserved. So it's just nice to experience and get a feeling on what it is of winning the cup, because I feel like it's the first team that's really like showing off that much with the cup, right? So it's interesting to see. It's an interesting aspect for Caps fan as well. The parade in DC was amazing from what I've heard. So overall, just a massive congrats to the Caps. And if they can re-sign Carlson, maybe they can another 1 or 2 run with Ovi before he retires. So that would be nice to see as well. But overall, just congrats to the Capitals. Congrats to Ovechkin on finally winning a cup after 13 years. You know, another thing I just want to finish the video on, if you look at the roster, it's a really great job by McPhee previously, and just overall how they drafted all of those players, starting from Ovechkin down the road, to Backstrom, to Kuznetsov, to Holtby, to Carlson. All the key players were drafted by Capitals, and then you had guys like Eller and Pelly and stuff like that, which makes that core. But if you look back and analyze all the major key component and major star players were all drafted. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you're there tomorrow as well for my top 15 mock draft of the first round. It's really soon. I think it's in 9 or 8 days. I'm excited for the draft. I feel like this draft could be interesting, especially for an Abs fan like myself. We're gonna pick up number 3. It's gonna be interesting. So make sure you check the mock draft tomorrow. And thank you guys for watching again. You all have an amazing day, and you guys take care.